A very good morning to you. We have blue skies here as well. It's like so sunny. So I was going to go for a walk later on, but Simon talked me into it. So we have received the big shipment in the warehouse. So we're going to be going in this afternoon and just sort of having a little nose around. But today I am so excited because I have somebody in the green room, which you all know. She's always here. She's always commenting. She's such a valued member of our community. She started beading, but she did do a few kits beforehand, but she's really started beading with the lockdown, and just look how far she came. She made so much, learned so many different techniques, so many different things. So without further ado, I'm going to go to the next thing. Here's Lorna for you. You all know her. Good morning, Lorna.
Morning. Morning, everybody.
How are you doing today?
Hi. Very nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous. I don't bite. So we be absolutely fine. I'm just gonna Oh, Lucy's asking, morning everyone. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for this live? I am really excited. Number 10, definitely. I love meeting each one of you. I love to, like, actually Lorna is in our bead club, so I do see her like regularly every single week. But I love bringing you here and showing you off, because you're definitely one of our star students. You definitely are one of our star makers, and you've been doing so many good things. So tell us about dancing there, saying that was during the countdown timer. When did you started beading, or when did you really when was that light moment for you when you felt like, oh yes, this is really what I like and I just can't get enough of it?
Probably from beginning of lockdown. I used to be more of a card maker, but I don't know. I just lost interest in that, and I've gone on to beading because it's sort of all new things to learn.
I think as well, from one craft to another, we always move. Like, I do a bit of crocheting. I'll do, Melissa's saying good morning to you. And everybody's saying good morning. Jen. Lucy's saying, lovely Lorna, lovely to see you. Everybody's welcoming you on here, so don't be nervous as well. We love you all. Bless you. I think we all move from one craft to another. So we do. I used to do knitting, crocheting. I did paper crafts as well. I did felting. I did good morning, Lorna from Australia, Jasmine is saying. So you got people watching from all over the world. I love it.
Yeah. All around the world.
All over the world, yes. You move from one craft to another, but when I personally found beading, I've fallen in love with it, and I knew that was it, because there is so many different techniques, there is so many different things to learn, there is different finishes, there is different typographies, different shapes of beads, the different colors, the possibilities just endless to really play with it. So what was your first ever piece what you made?
I think probably from a kit from Create and Craft. I made the herringbone chain, the herringbone chain, and I just found that was brilliant. It was a simple stitch, but you got such a nice, a nice make. It was lovely. It just looks like a chain.
Yeah, I love that one as well. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, there is. I think, like, I can easily say, like, you sort of catch the bead bug, don't you? Like, and then that's it. Then you have it for life. Sort of still going back, and we'll do different things, but always sort of going back to jewelry. Oh, Lucy's saying, I have tried lots of different crafts, but I do have a special love for beading. Oh, bless you. Right, so shall we turn you down on your mat, and you can show us some of your pieces? I really can't wait. Because here we are on that side. Oh, Brenda is saying her favorite is the herringbone chain, and I do know Brenda. So Brenda came to one of our bead clubs. We used to run them at the warehouse, and herringbone chain was one of the stitches. Like she had difficulty with it first, and then she gone away with a cup of tea, sat down, and really mastered it. And after that, I know she made so many different necklaces with the herringbone, the tubular herringbone stitch. Wow, look at those, Lorna. They look fantastic. I love the ginkgo leaf bracelet you made there. That's looks really, really good.
That was sort of adaptation on that earring that you did.
Yes.
So I just sort of did it in a string.
See, Lucy just said, oh, I love that fan type one. I think it's, can you just hold it up a little bit closer to the camera so we can see it? I think, with everything, like when somebody comes up with a sort of idea, and then it goes to the second person and they add a little bit to it, and then travels to a third person, add a bit to it. And I think that's what's so great about our community, and especially in the handmade group, that looks just so nice, especially in the handmade group, because you can bounce off each other's ideas. Nat is saying that's beautiful. Di is saying that's stunning. Alison saying, I'm doing a twisted herringbone right now. Couldn't get it to start with. Now I love it. How long does each piece usually take, Lorna? I think it's depending on stitch, but do let us know that.
I find the herringbone pretty quick to do. That was my first ever one. And I think in the middle, I changed to straight. I got lost. So it's twisted at the beginning. And then it goes straight. And then twisted at the end.
Yeah, well, that's all right. Then
that was the light bulb moment in that I really enjoyed doing that. It's a simple stitch, but it's just lovely.
It is lovely, but that's like a happy accident because you got the straight bit right in the middle. Everybody's loving the ginkgo bracelet. I think that looks really, really nice, and I love how you connected it up as well.
Yeah, we could maybe do that as a mate because it's not difficult.
Maybe we have to have you come on and teach us all how you. They look lovely. Ginny's saying.
I have to remember how I did it.
Oh, that's the thing. I do that all the time. I make something, and then I go back and I look at it, and I was like, "Oh, how did I make this?" And I almost have to work out my thread path all over again because, like, you do forget. So, your herringbone was your first make. What is your favorite make? What is like what you would like sit down and do it over and over again?
Probably the herringbone because it's so versatile. You can make different colours, and then you can just make separate pendants to go on them.
Yeah.
But I have enjoyed the peyote. I'll maybe move those. I've enjoyed the peyote. I made that into a choker instead of a bracelet.
That looks really, really nice. I love that bubbly effect with the peyote, what you can get just by using different size of seed beads, and you're doing the same stitch over and over again, just sort of graduating up and down in the seed beads. It's like, it looks difficult, but it's quite simple, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah. It's just getting the tension right to keep the dough.
I think
that is what I would like to do in you made your icicles. I thought we could do if we could graduate the size down, we could do an icicle in that as well.
And you make it like it turns as well.
Yeah. I like that one. I like. It's got bags and bags of stuff.
Don't we all?
Another herringbone.
Oh, I
Just
love
a
that one.
simple stringing.
Yeah, but don't say simple, because sometimes less is more. Sometimes like something quite simple is like, I like that one. I played a lot with that, the one we just put at the bottom with the interlinked chains. I played a lot with that one as well. I love that one. If you can hold up to the camera closer so we can see it. We did this pattern, oh God, about 4 or 5 months ago. Again, they're square stitch little strips, and we just joined them up into like a beaded chain. And I love the cube as well, what you done on the bottom. You did that with barrel
I was
beads.
using up the crystals from the barrel crystal bracelet kit.
Melissa's saying icicle is a great idea, and Brenda is asking you, what are you working on at the moment?
I've been making a lot of these
Rings.
They
are so fun, aren't they?
Yeah, oh, I love those. I like the slanted one. So I like this stitch as well.
Russian spiral is lovely. I love Russian spiral. It's really, especially that one with the little bugle beads and the delicate beads. It just
sparkles, doesn't it? It moves and catches the light.
And it's very, very fluid as well.
Yeah. I enjoyed these as well. Christopher's.
Oh, bless.
Christopher's make, and I enjoyed these. I'm not great with wire, but I did enjoy making those.
Yeah,
that is something I need to work more on. I think get more practiced at it.
I think it's something different as well. Or Lucy was saying her favorite is Russian spiral as well. I always say Russian spiral is one of my favorite, because then when I do peyote stitch, then that's my favorite. When I do right angle weave, that's my favorite. Leslie's saying she loves all of them. You have been so productive. I don't think, like, I certainly couldn't count how many pieces I made over a year. Could you have a number on it? How many pieces you made?
No. I've just got bags and bags of things, and I think after what Sarah was saying the other day about keeping tarnish down on things, to keep them in separate little bags, that is my next job. Is to sort of put them in separate bags.
It's definitely worth it. Elaine is asking, is Russian spiral easy for a beginner? I think so. What do you think?
I think so, yeah. Yeah. Maybe do the one that I've just shown you. That
the Russian spiral one. Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the least. Then it's not complicated, is it?
No.
It's a repeat. I think that's maybe another one that's important to keep your tension though.
Yes, it is.
So
to keep it nice, quiet and tight. I think sometimes when you make something like that, like we got kits for that on the website, and you can either make one necklace or 2 bracelets. But if you're a beginner, I always say make the 2 bracelets, because the first one is going to be like your testing piece, and the first one is going to be like when you learn your tension and get it, and the second one is going to be perfect. Anna's saying, love the ring, so many colors to choose from when you're making them. Absolutely. I think that's the ring what you have on your hand.
Yeah, I did that colorway, and then with the beads that I've got, I did that one as well. I'm not sure if I prefer the light ring or the darker one. This one's for my daughter. It won't go anywhere near me. It's tiny.
I think, apart from the size 11 seed beads, the beads actually what you put on the top, what you put in the stripe, it's only a few pieces of beads, so you can easily use sort of little leftovers. And Brenda just said, I'm going to pull this up again, she said put anti-tarnish tag in each bag. It really works. I think you can get them off Amazon as well. They do work.
I'll have to look at that. That's good.
Sheila is saying Russian spiral was one of my first make, and I really enjoyed doing it.
Yeah, I like this one.
Oh
This one as
yes,
well.
I love a spiral staircase.
Yeah.
And look at this. Lucy's just saying, wow, that spiral staircase is really lush. I mean, like, even if you just twinkled it with your hand, just sort of played with it a little bit, just like, look how much is it sparkles. It's just such a lovely...
It's gorgeous. It really is. Not that we've got anywhere to go to wear that at the moment.
Well,
I should be wearing it around the house.
That definitely in the last lockdown there was this couple that they didn't have any family around them at all, so they couldn't meet up with anybody. Like, you were locked down, you couldn't go anywhere, so they used to do this, I think it was formal Saturdays. So on Saturday night both of them would dress up for dinner. I mean, I couldn't do with the children, definitely, because that would be like a epic fail for the first try. But I did follow them, and it was really, really good to see every Saturday they would like dress up in, like, she would put a really nice makeup on, she would wear jewelry, she would it looked really good. Just make fun of it. So yes, why not? We can wear it around the house.
Yeah, definitely. I tend to wear things to death that I've made. So
so am I. I do that all the time. I actually found my bracelets. So I wear, this one is a sterling silver one, just like a chain bracelet. I always wear, I've been wearing this for years. And I just found a Christopher's Galaxy bracelet. I was wearing it in the summer, and I must have done something in the kitchen and I took it off, and then it's sort of put to the side, and then it ended up in one of our, I call it junk drawer, because like we put like cables and what we don't need, and the bracelet ended up in there, and I cleared that one out the other day, and I was so excited I found my bracelets.
Yeah.
I love those.
That one I've not taken off basically since I made it. That was in the Bead Club, the Chenille Stitch.
Yeah.
And that is beautiful. That you need the light bulb moment. Once you get the turns, then it's lovely. And the chainmail from Sarah.
I think with the Chenille Stitch, the fat center stitch, because there is like 4 rows to the pattern, but once you get it, and then you can, Marissa's asking, can we see the gold until beaded beads closer together? So I think that's right under your hand. That was one of our erudite beads, and they are the 3mm crystals, are they?
Yeah.
So you can make so many of them. I love making. I know I've seen Melissa. She put so many posts up in the handmade group, and she made beaded beads galore. And I love beaded beads myself. I got like a big box of it in the cupboard. I made them in all sorts of different sizes. It's just so. I don't know. I find it really fascinating. Like, you can sew little beads together to form a bigger bead and a bigger pattern. So they really do look fantastic. Joe said, just wear it to the supermarket and in your daily walks. Yeah, could do that.
Yeah.
Nat is saying she wears a Galaxy bracelet all the time. Oh, Joe's saying loves Christopher's Galaxy bracelet. He hasn't really been back beading for some time, so I might have to have a chat with him. He's too busy to play on the computer these days.
Right, it's how they're keeping in touch with their friends that way, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's what they do. They play together online. Lucy's asking, Lorna, have you ever tried to make something that not been able to do it? What was it? Was there anything what?
I couldn't make Sarah's the last thing in Bead Club, so that's my version.
Yeah. It looks fantastic though. It looks really, really good.
Yeah. I just can't, I've got a bit of a tremor, and I just cannot do the 4mm. So that's been done with 6s.
So for the Bead Club, Sarah is gonna put together a new instructions for that one. So I think she said she might be able to do it today or tomorrow, and then it will be emailed out to the Bead Club members.
Yeah.
So we will have it.
I'm not complaining. It's a beautiful pendant. It's just me that, my hands just wouldn't do it.
I think
so. I cheated and used the 6mm.
I think like sometimes you know your boundaries as well, because certain things but I don't like doing and I'm not really good at it, and I sort of shy away from those when I concentrate on the stuff but I think I can excel at, and I can really do a very good job of it and make more of those. So even if like look at me and you look at Sarah, or you look at Sarah Payne, we all have different styles and different things. I love stitching bracelets and necklaces and stitching beads together with needle and thread. Sarah loves wire work. She loves chainmail. Sarah Payne, again, because she's got that more of a sewing background, she's very different again. So I think we all have something, but like, oh yeah, I tried this, but I'm not, I'm not too sure about this, and move on. But one example is the wire work. The wire work was the first ever thing I think I started beading with, really. And I wasn't really quite sure because I couldn't really form it. I couldn't really use my hand in a way how I needed to use it, and I shied away from it for so many years. And oh my word, last year when I found those gemstone beaded trees, I was like, no, I love the look of this so much, and I got around it. And as I started to practice it more and more and more, I think my twisting become neater and better, and now I'm just like, oh yes, I can sit down and work with wire any time of the day.
Yeah. That I did. Oh, I'll just stop and get that. I did make one of those. I think that was one of the things I made before I found beading.
Oh, hold on. She's gonna go and get us. What is the bracelet you really interested in? I'll ask her just in a minute when she gets back. It's just so nice to see. I just can't believe how many bracelets and necklaces she made. Oh, the little tree. Oh, look at that. That looks.
I made that from a kit without sort of only watching you on the telly.
Yeah.
Can't really show it very well.
I think that looks really, really good. It's just something a little fun. So like we all make loads of jewelry and make loads of beaded objects, loads of home decor and everything else. But something like that is just different. And it's just so nice to have like dotted around your house, a little handmade element.
I'd forgotten that was in there. But I think that sort of triggered my interest more. And I sort of watched more and more on Create and Craft. And then when I found the Facebook Lives, well, that was just.
So you're not the only one. Lindsay's just saying she struggled using 4mm rings for chainmail as well. Yeah. But Anne said the pendant looks great. We all have to adopt sometimes, and I think that's what it is. Like, if like I always say, there's no right and wrong way in jewelry making, and even like no right and wrong way how you hold your pliers, because I personally will do it completely different how Sarah does it. Oh, Lucy's saying, hope I can make the tree and rubbish right. You will be absolutely fine, my lovely.
So this I think called it the money chain.
Yeah.
That I loved as well. I just got carried away making lots of connections.
I think because you can connect them together and you can interchange it, and like you do the beginning and the end. Have you got like a piece separate there so we can show just one piece? Yeah, just one. Yeah. So that's what you're making. You're making like a little figure of 8 with the bead in the middle, and then you can link it together to form that bracelet. So can you lift the bracelet up, hon? If you lift the bracelet up to show, and it just looks so nice that it's sort of woven together. And just use a clasp at the end, which keeps it together. But because you're using the W clasp, you can take it apart and change the beads about, or add a different color into it. You can do so much with it. I love that project as well.
I made a double-ended one.
Wow.
so that I could have it in the middle as a pendant.
See that again, Lorna. You're taking it one step further. It looks really, really good.
I mean that does mean that you have to have a double
Yeah.
end. So you have to have a W on both ends.
But you could
But
attach
it
a
works.
lobster clasp to the W clasp itself in the middle.
Yeah. I made I was quite proud of myself. I made some W
Look,
clasps
look at
and a
that.
clasp. Can you see that?
That looks really, really good.
Yeah. I
Making
got
your own
the
clasp.
clasp from Sarah's bangle that she made with the
Yeah.
gemstones on, twisted one. And then I just copied the W's. I've got
Lucy's
one slightly bigger than the other.
Lucy's saying, "Oh, I have not tried that project." Is there a project, Lucy, where you haven't tried? Come on, this is like one in a million for you. Um, could we see the coral color one closer? Oh, look fantastic. I think that is the bracelet just above the blue one. What Diane is
That,
referring. No, I think underneath
that one
it.
or this one?
No, that one. I think that's what she means.
It's red, but maybe it's coming over a different colour.
That looks really, really good. That like creating those little stars with the gem duos. It's a lovely, lovely bracelet.
Wear it either way because you have your flat side and your shaped side.
Yeah. I love those gem duos as well because it's got that splash of silver color on them.
Yeah. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. I was thinking if you know the your beaded beads, your big ones that you've
Yeah,
got in your pot,
yeah.
you could join them with a loop of ribbon and have them as a garland on your tree.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. See, you can't see, but I got a couple of trees on the top of my cupboard at the moment, which they're like just from like range, one of these white twiggy tree things, and I was thinking to put them on a ribbon and put it on there as well, like you would put decoration as a Christmas tree, but this is not really gonna be a Christmas tree. This is gonna be more like a beaded. I'll grab it now. I'll grab now. Can I? If I move that probably, that's easier. So if I show that at the top, those trees.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah,
so I
white
can,
ones.
yeah, that's the plan to do with my beaded trees. So I'm gonna get some ribbon and just put them up on that one. Everybody's saying beautiful work, and I just can't believe how much have you been making. Oh wow, look at that one. That looks really great.
Yeah, this is your flat herringbone.
Yeah.
That I found, I love that.
I love the
fact
pattern
that
you
you can
made
sort of
there.
make up your own designs. So I went a bit mad on that one as well.
Oh, I love herringbone stitch.
I don't know what's coming out of all these bags. It's all.
Joe, I think
made,
just hit the nail on the head here. You've always got ideas on how to adapt things. You're very clever. Yes, I am 100%, 1000% agree with you, Joe.
I just ask a lot of questions.
But I think that's Joe's saying she loves the NHS one. I think that's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I made that at the beginning when we were doing the clap for the
Yes.
NHS and carers. And then I made hats. I haven't got it, but I made one with the curled ribbon
Yeah.
on it. You know, like the breast
Yeah.
cancer
Yeah.
ribbon, but it was a purple one. I can't remember what she said it was for. But I made that for a friend, and she loves that. So I think it's medical ribbon.
Yeah.
Because she has epilepsy, and she has that, and she has like her information in a little locket on that. Yeah, so I really like this one as well. I tend to have new favourites.
Yes,
Each,
I agree
each
with
time
you.
you teach us something new, then
It's
it's my
yeah.
favourite.
Often people ask me what's my favorite, and I just say the current project because that's what
Yeah,
you like sort
yeah,
of working on. But there's so much you can do in beadwork and beading.
yeah. I like
Can you
this
please
one as
turn around?
well.
Sorry, Katrina's just asking. Can you please turn around the NHS one if possible because it's upside down for us.
Oh, sorry.
That's it. I think that looks really, really good. And Lucy's saying she loves all those flat bracelets. I love flat bracelet because like if you're a crafter and you're crafting, you're constantly always sort of putting your wrist on the table. With flat bracelets, they're just really comfortable to wear.
I made a sort of thinner version of the PRT as well as a choker.
I love the Beauty Stitch ones.
That's got a little heart, crystal heart button.
Oh, as a button closure.
I'm not quite sure where I found that,
Oh, we
but
have
it
all
just works.
we have all pieces like that. Like I remember when I was a child that when my mum would like chuck clothes out, or she would always cut the buttons off. And I always
Yeah,
was like baffled, like why on earth would you do that? Why like if you don't want that jumper or shirt or whatever, why are you cutting the button off? And then she always said to me, well, because you always need a button. And I'm not joking, she has a huge box of buttons at home.
huge gap. Yeah, this is the sort of thing I was doing before. Get it the right way up, which is just on a leather card.
Yeah.
Well, before I lost my job, I worked at Boys. It's a big sort of general store, and I ran the haberdashery. So I sort of got a bit of the bug for jewellery making then, but with nobody to teach me, so it was very sort of, oh well, I'll put that on there sort of thing.
But everybody has
So
to start somewhere. I mean, like
that's
just
that.
putting matching necklaces together with pendants is like, sometimes that's all you want to wear, and sometimes you need something quick.
Yeah.
Camille's saying, wow, you really made a lot. Lucy said, I thought
It's a year's worth though, isn't it?
yes, I think, yes,
Well,
it is.
nearly
Yeah,
a
yeah.
year's worth.
23rd of March when we started videos. Amelia's saying, love the NHS, especially as I'm an NHS healthcare support worker. Oh, everybody's just loving it. It's it's just so nice. And look at that. Look at like, I love like your color scheme. So we were seeing sort of cleary ones and white ones, and we're seeing like bluey colors now. I love how you sort of store. Are you storing your jewelry together by color?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's such a great idea, because then if you got a certain top or a certain outfit what you want to match, you only need to look through one thing. I tend
Yeah.
to just sort of store them in the same type together, all the different colors, but maybe I need to have a look at storing them by color.
See, if you have your pendants, I mean that I need to make a new one of this, but that
Jasmine is asking, have you thought of selling your items?
I haven't been brave enough to attempt that yet.
I love that pendant. That looks so good. I love that because it's
See,
sort of wire work, but there's a little bit of freehand wire work in there that you can really put like a little bit of personality each one of those pendants. Oh, Sue's
yeah.
saying, wish I was good as you.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
I think it's just like sitting down and playing, isn't it? That's all it is. There's nothing. Could we see the
If it
more?
doesn't work, you take it to bits and do something else with it.
Yeah. I
It's
mean,
it's very forgiving.
I always call rescuing the bead. So Diane is asking, can you please hold the multi-strand one, which is I think right in your hand. She would
This
like to
one.
see that one. The
Yeah,
other ball chain.
that's the ball chain in your slider clasp.
Very good. It really looks
Um,
really, really
and
good.
I just plaited it. I don't know if there's a better way of doing it because I'd lost a bit of the tension when I was putting the second
Yeah.
end in. But that I just made up.
I think that's all it is. Like you sit down and just play. Like,
Yeah,
you know, like how Christopher would sit down and play with Lego, and how would like Lucy do her own thing, and I think us adults when you, well. Simon certainly does sit down and play with Lego, and he's 40 odd years old, so we still play. But I think you like the
no harm in
beads,
that.
like creating things like that, because there's so many different techniques, so many different styles, so many different beads, is definitely gives you the element inside, like back to you, that like playing like a child and sort of just losing yourself in your makes and bouncing from one idea to another.
Yeah, I love these as well.
That I love that the henna bracelets. I think they're so good as
Yeah,
well. And that's again another example, is so easy to make.
yeah, yeah. Very lovely. Let's see what we've got next.
Dorothy, just letting you know, you will be able to watch it from the beginning. So once we finish the live, it will be on Facebook and it will be on YouTube as well. So you will be able to go back and watch it again. Leslie did say storing by color is a great idea.
Don't always remember what I've got.
Oh no, I'm like that as well. I don't know, and you know, it was a quite a couple of 2-3 months ago when I was clearing, maybe a bit longer. I was clearing out the spare bedroom, and I found this little black box full of jewelry, which it came from our old house, and we moved 4.5 years ago. So, and somehow ended up in the guest room in the cupboard, and I haven't seen it for 4.5 years, and it was like, wow, I forgot I had all these, and you just feel so glad that certainly after so many years of making, for me, I haven't got a clue what I got and what I haven't got, and it's
Yeah.
so nice sometimes to find a piece of jewelry which you haven't seen for maybe 2, 3, 4 years, and you find it and it's like, wow, I really want to wear that, or I really want to remake that again because I really enjoyed it.
This is a herringbone done, but with the 15s.
Wow, that is some
That I
dedication to herringbone stitch, I have to say. I think the smallest I did herringbone stitch, I did it with Delica beads before, but I don't think I ever tried it with 15s, but it looks really, really good.
it's lovely, and it means that you can use it for smaller, more delicate
Yeah.
pendants. Then I've put it on there because I just thought it looked nice with the white.
Yes. Looks fantastic. Diane is saying
That
she loves the zigzag bracelet. Yes, I love those bells. I think she means
this one.
so that bell. I love that the bell as well, because it goes with so many different things.
This,
I think the zigzag bracelet, what she means is that one, which is the daisy stitch, the
yeah,
double daisy stitch.
yeah, it's actually a choker.
Lucy's saying you have
Yeah, I
done
think
so much.
both necklaces. Yeah, I don't think I actually made a bracelet in. Oh, I did make a bracelet in that, but I think my daughter's got that. She's got a lot of mine. Whatever she likes, as soon as it's made, it sort of disappears.
So it's in the other sort of way in our house. When my mum comes over, obviously she lives in Hungary. There's 1,000 miles between us, and I haven't seen her since like last year. But before all the current situation happened, but when she comes over, she's like, "Oh, I like that one, and I like this one, and can I have this one, and can I have that one?" I was like, "Yeah, okay, just have it." And then after a while, she goes, "Well, I like this one, but I like it in purple, please." And then you have no
Oh,
choice to sort of like sit down and make one for her.
yeah.
Miriam is saying, "I can't believe how much you have made in a year." So Miriam, she just joined our bead club a couple of weeks ago. But Miriam has been doing a lot of stuff as well herself. So I think it's just one of those, if you love doing something, you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and the time flies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm redundant now, so I can bead any time of day now, which is lovely. So I used to just get to do it in the evenings. At least now I can do some more in the daytime, and you can have
Yeah.
natural light.
Oh yes, that's so nice. And what type of beads did you use for a daisy stitch bracelet?
They're Toho,
And
and the I
3mm
think
pearls.
that's a 3 millimeter pearl, and a little crystal. I think that's 2 by 3, is
2 by 3.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Everybody,
from the Bead Club.
everybody's saying that bail and that pendant looks fabulous.
Yeah, that I did actually make from a create and craft kit, one of your kits.
I think that was
That
one of
I think that
Sarah's,
was
because
last year.
when she first started to design kits with us, that was one of the very first one she came up with. Is the beaded bail for the hematite
I
pendants.
I just love it with this. It's just it's sort of art deco-y. It's
Yes.
just
And
lovely.
it makes it like with donuts, sometimes it's so hard what to do with, but that bail can be used for pendants, even if they got a hole on them. They just works really, really well. It's just adding a little sort of more detailed, delicate finish to something which is like quite plain, because if you think about donuts are quite plain, aren't they, on their own?
Another,
I love those, the wire wrapped shapes. And that's
yeah.
not a technique what is really like, good to learn, and it's good to know, because like if you find sea glass, if you're into sea glass, or any little pebble or anything like that, that is a technique to use. Um, Third is saying, "Oh my goodness, Lorna, I didn't realize you'd only been beading for about a year. Your beading progress is absolutely amazing." Yes, I agree with you. It is
It,
amazing.
it's I think I mean I some of the bits that I did from your instructions are very good.
Oh, thank you.
Um, I I think I've improved by seeing how you hold your work, because sometimes how I've been holding it is a bit awkward.
I think
Um,
you have to work out what works for
I can't
you.
always do it the way you do, but I think it has helped in that respect.
Wow, look
More
at those sides.
herringbone.
The herringbone one, they are lovely.
Can you tell I like the heart pattern?
Yes, definitely.
And snake
Oh, bless you.
stitch. I enjoyed that one. That's
Oh, Linda is saying
simple.
it's beautiful work. It will take you ages to put it all away again. Bless you. Yes, I know
I,
that.
I'm going to sort them out into little bags of their own. After Sarah's saying that if you keep them separate, it helps with the tarnishing.
Yeah.
So
Also,
I'll
if
be
you
doing
like,
that.
if you keep them in plastic boxes, you don't also have to be plastic bags. They can be boxes as well, because the boxes are sealed. So and then they're
Yeah,
easier to get to. And Joey's saying she loves the snake stitch as well.
these were very early ones when I was working, and that was just done from a leaflet that we got on the haberdashery department. But now that Sarah's been teaching me, then I can see where I've made a couple of mistakes on that. But that was, I've always had the interest in it, but now that we've got sort of proper teaching on the free tutorials, it's just brilliant. I can do more.
I think, like, if I look back to pieces what I made like 15 years ago, I certainly, like, I see the mistakes now which I didn't see back then. But I think it's all about the progress, and it's all about looking back what you made and how you made it as well. So I think it's important to look at those pieces and keep those pieces, even if you think they are horrible. I think it's important to keep them. I love those little rings as well. They're just beautiful stitch ones.
Yeah. I haven't attempted the crossover one yet. Where you cross them.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that one.
Christopher asked me to make him a ring last year or the year before, and the ring is too small for him. When we were doing the Beader stitch ring the other day, and he was like, "Oh, what?" I was making the samples the night before, and he was like, "Oh, why are you not coming up?" And I said, "Oh, wow, look at those sparkles. That looks really, really great." So he said to me, like, "Why are you not coming back up?" And I said, "I'm making these rings because I need it for tomorrow's Facebook Lives." So he ran out of the room, ran upstairs, got his ring and brought it down. The little blue one I made for him. I was like, "Well, this is too small for me now. Can you fix it then?" Bless him. It's like just the way how he put it down in front of me. It's like, "Well, if you're doing rings, this is too small for me now. Can you fix it and make it bigger?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll make you a bigger ring."
Oh.
Do you have a favorite stitch or bead or a piece?
I think probably the herringbone, and I like that one.
That looks really, really nice. With a little bit of spiral staircase to have a little flower in the middle. It's always nice to do like a focal piece.
Yeah, I like that. I always got comments on that one because I made that before the lockdown. I made that one, and I got comments on that. People like that.
I think anything to do with flowers is nice to do because it's an evergreen technique. It's an evergreen sort of shapes because they're always in fashion. I find flowers and such are always in fashion. Oh, I love this colorway, these purples and blues. This is my colorway.
Yes, I'm in the purple box now. Okay. See. I adapted that one as well.
Yeah.
I put that one onto, the rubber tubing.
Yeah.
I used that as the spine, and I intended to just stick it into the clasps that came with it, but unfortunately with the monofilament round the tubing, it was too big to go in that clasp, so I've just used these ends instead.
And did you put like a memory wire or something inside it?
Yeah, I've put memory wire through the rubber tube, put the caps on, and then turned the loop. So I don't think it really needs the lobster claw really, because it'll stay on.
It will stay on. Diane is asking, how did you make the floral piece? She loves it.
This one, I did. I think I did it in right angle weave. I made like a little square of right angle weave, and then I went round the edge and drew it up. Does that make sense to you, Kitty? Because I don't know.
It makes sense to me. Yes, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. To go around like sort of a picot beads and pull it together.
Yeah, yeah, and it just sort of makes it sort of pop up like a petal shape, and then you just stitch them together and put a bead in the center.
So Annie's saying, I never had a problem with tarnish before because I keep everything layered in airtight boxes. Even jewelry I made 25 years ago is as good as new. However, do use anti-tarnish tags with sterling silver. Oh wow, I love that necklace.
That was the one you
Yeah.
taught us, your design. But I
Oh,
love that. I think
I
that,
must love it then. Maybe it's my design.
yeah, it is. It's lovely. Yeah.
I think it's just something different. When I was designing that one and when I was doing that one, I just wanted to do something completely different, away from the norm. I love, like, I got a like a navy blue with the purple in there as well, and I love as I move, it sort of rolls up and down on my neck, and it just shows different
Yeah.
bits of it. I really do love it.
I mean, you could do it in sections, couldn't you? To make a longer one, you could do a section of it and then a plating section, and
Marge is
you've got
asking,
one.
what color do you like the best? What's your favorite color?
This one, purple.
Purple.
I love purples. That's another version of that little flower. I was just using up the beads that was in that kit.
Donna is saying, oh my goodness, such a lot done in a year. Looks so professional. Yes, exactly. I agree with you, Donna, 100%.
Not finished yet.
Gillian is asking, any tips on making the seed bead macrame bracelet, as I tried this and really struggled to keep the tension and keeping the beads together. So have you got any top tips on that one, lovely?
I think I found it easier to do onto the rubber tubing than doing it onto the beads. Those are done onto the beads, which gives you a softer bracelet, but I found the tension easier to keep on the rubber tubing because you've got a firmer spine. Other than that, it's just sort of doing it very slowly. Don't rush it. Sort of do each knot and really firm each knot up before you sort of try the next one.
Take your time with it.
Yeah, and keep an eye on it, sort of going back. If you start having them sort of twisting, then take it back. Don't sort of keep going.
Lucy's asking, how long was the longest time you have taken to make a piece of jewelry?
Few hours, probably 2 or 3 hours.
I made, the longest I made a piece of jewelry is, I need to actually bring that home, that is at work. I made like a silly spiral lariat with a big flower on it and a big tassel, and that took me about 50 hours to make. That was the longest make I ever did.
I can't really judge because some things I sort of pick up and put down, so
exactly,
it's sort of done in bits. Unless it's something that sort of really got me, and then it's, I can't stop. I've got to keep going.
The one more row night. Don't we have those, all of them? Yeah. Like just doing one more row, just doing, I'm just doing this little bit, then I go to bed, and then soon you know it's 12 o'clock.
That's another herringbone.
Wow, that looks really good.
I'm keeping the pendants on there.
I love the round one.
Cubic right angle weave.
Yeah.
I don't know. So circle one, diamond one, and then that is
Anastasia, we call the necklace.
Yeah, that was the necklace.
Yeah. So
I thought I'd make a pendant version of it.
Yeah. I think like that had like a pendant for a pendant and two for like two little earrings. But if you don't wear dangly earrings, then like always adopt. And I love that you adopted it and made a pendant with it instead.
Yeah. I like these as well because like that one sort of got the greeny side and then it's got a plainer side. So you've got choice there as well.
How you wear it.
Yeah.
Miriam, same Lorna, you are so
is,
clever and inspirational to us. I agree, Miriam. She is a superstar.
This is why I like these because you can sort of interchange what you put on them and
it's like when you have like a beaded pendant, like it's nice to have a beaded chain rather just having like a single strand of beads, or rather just like, or rather using a chain, like a metal chain, what you have. It's nice to have like a beaded chain with made little beads. And this thing, she really likes those royal blue pendants. They are lovely. And
if you can't wear metal, you could always put a bar and toggle made of beads on as well.
Yeah,
you
could do so many different things.
I think you were going to show us how to make those, weren't you?
Yeah, that's on the list. I got a list as long as my arm and leg put together, and there's some. Made a huge list. I think Simon came in the other night and I was looking at me. I was adding stuff to the list, and he's like, "What's this?" And I said, "Well, this is the list for Facebook Lives. Like I want to do." It's like, "What? Like, are you planning to carry on this Facebook Lives for at least 5 years?" I was like, "Maybe." You never know.
Yeah. Because if we make a toggle and loop on that, it will still go through pendants because it'll be soft.
Or you could use a little button on one side and do like a bead, a larger bead. You could use that as well, and have like a loop on the other, and how you fasten it. There's so many different things you could do.
Yeah, like I did with that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think I need a bit bigger bead though, because that tends to come undone if it's got any weight on it. I think I need a bit bigger bead.
Yeah, I think so too. So, but then, like, I think what you were trying to do is trying to match the size of the bead to the size of the cord. But it's nice if you have a bigger bead, because it just Oh, Lucy's saying 5 years sounds good to me. Let's do it. Oh, bless you. Alice is saying, wish I would be brave enough to try all these incredible pieces. Seems to have got stuck on my favorite designs. I think that's like what Alison just said there. We do go back. Like, I go back to certain stitches all the time because they are my favorites. And sometimes I physically have to say, no, actually, I'm not going to do that. I want to try something new today. So maybe like in beadwork, there's so many different techniques. So if maybe just once a week or even just once a month, if you make yourself to try a new technique and stick with it until you make 2 or 3 pieces of jewelry with it, you find that you will like that. You will find love for that stitch as well, I guess.
Yeah. I've really enjoyed that. You're learning something new, or you're revisiting something and doing it in a slightly different way. It's been brilliant. I've been watching. Even when I wasn't watching you back in March, I've gone back on the site and I've watched them.
The previous ones before. Yeah. Camille, you're absolutely right. Simon does not agree to keep going for 5 years. We need everybody to talk about the 5 years. Oh, well, we see what we're doing. At the moment, we will do the 7 days, and then we trying to bring you, like today we brought the lovely Lorna, trying to bring you interesting and other comment as well from the community as well. So it's not really about me, or it's about you. It's about all of us coming together.
Yeah.
I love that netted one.
been a lifeline. It really has. It's yeah. I don't think I'd have coped with the lockdown without something like this to do.
Exactly.
And
Time flies.
people on the group.
Time flies when you're having fun, and if you get yourself busy, and this is why I said to my children as well, like, okay, like you're off school and like we're doing this, but what you gonna do, what you gonna spend your time on, what you gonna sort of, if you enjoy something, time will fly. For me, last year just sort of flew by. It was really a flash, and everything is when people were complaining like, oh, I'm so bored, I don't know what to do, and then I'm thinking that I really would like to be bored. I cannot imagine. I can't imagine. I never ever been bored in my entire life. I cannot imagine how can you be bored when you got so many things around you. You can tinker with and you can do them. Margaret was just saying that I'm bad at starting a new technique, then something else comes up and I start that one. You have given me the inspiration to go back and finish them of all. Thank you, Lorna. I think that's what just Margaret said there. I have got so many UFOs, and when I did I tidied this craft room up and I brought everything back in, I either decided, so I got 2 piles. I got one which I put in a bag and I will finish it. I might not finish it this year, I might finish it next year or the year after that. And I got another pile. No, actually I don't want to do that anymore, and taking it apart. But I think we got so many UFOs that last year I said, oh well, I will finish one project a month, just one project, nothing else. And I think I did 3 the whole year. But it just, well, love takes you. Oh, Kristen is saying, Lorna, you're amazing, great jewellery.
Yeah, I've got an unfinished object. I was doing Zentangle. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah.
I started the alphabet.
Oh, bless you! Look at that. That looks really good.
So I was doing one a day. So I got A, B, C.
That looks really good. Oh, I love that. Now,
I was thinking, with you've just done your resin coasters. I was wondering if you could, when you do it with your beads, if you could do like an illusion.
Yeah,
like
I think we could do. Yeah, we could do a whole alphabet with beads, couldn't we? That would look really good. Wow, that looks so good. Everybody's saying fantastic, and I think this is what's so great, that it shows you that you're not just a beader. You don't just do one craft. You sort of go, and I think one craft will give you an idea in another craft. That makes sense. That like you're doing something here and draw something in a certain way. I'm not really good drawer as well, so I think this is really fun thing.
I only got as far as P.
So this year we're gonna challenge you to finish all the way to the end, and we'll have you back in December, and you will have to show off every single letter. Oh wow, look at that. Such a talented lady. I just can't believe. So anybody who don't do Zentangle, you take, but you can use different size of pens. But basically you hand draw everything out in either black or white, or you choose a color, but usually it's done in black and white, and you fill out. It's like doodling. You fill out the page with a pattern, and then you fill that pattern with even more little patterns, and it's such a great it's sort of way to pass the time. Is so therapeutic. So when I was at school, everybody's saying so clever. I don't know where you find the time. Wow, these are amazing. Never seen that before. So if you have been one of the, I don't know, Lorna, do tell me, because when I was at school, when I was at high school, I always used to draw on the side where, like, when you have your books, and on the side I always sort of drew all sort of designs and bits of pieces and around the edge. Did you used to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doodling. I used to do that
Depending
all the time.
on the class, whether I was bored.
Yeah, exactly. All the time. And just saying, I doodle Zentangle, especially when I'm on the phone. I do exactly the same, Angela, when I'm on the phone. I either sort of, if I'm on a mobile, I'll pick you up and just sort of walk around the room. Or if I'm at the desk, I start doodling straight away. I think it's just how your brain wired. But lovely. It looks really, really nice. I really love that dragonfly.
Yeah. Yeah, just a simple design in the middle and then sort of worked out from the edge.
You need
See,
to get you need to get some of
used to
these
do
framed.
used to do a lot more drawing before I started with the tremor. I can manage that. But I used to do, I don't know if you see.
Oh, bless you. Look at that. That looks really good.
The light shining on it.
Yeah. Oh, such a talented lady. So clever.
Don't think my son will agree with you, but that's what he used to look like.
He does look like him. I have to say, I've seen your son.
That's
These
when he
look
was
like
about
him
6.
down to the T.
Yeah.
He's
That's
probably
when he
like,
was
he's
6.
probably saying in the next one, like, Mom, what are you doing? What are you thinking, Mom? Don't show me off. You are incredibly artistic, Nat is saying. Oh, wow. Charlotte is saying, wow. Paula is saying, very artistic. Julian is saying, I think, yes, it's so nice that to see, like, why we started this Sunday Beaders, that like we can put a face to the name, because everybody's always comment in the comments and say all sorts of different things, but and you get to know each other as you go along. You get to know each other and even chat to each other within the comments or in the groups and everything else, and it's just so nice to have this and show you off. Oh wow, look at that. I love the shading. I can't do shading. I'm useless at drawing myself. So I did try it, but I'm not. It's how is that you can have so much patience for one craft, but for me, I'm not. I haven't really got patience with drawing at all. Or maybe when I'm older and I retire, I'll give it a go and properly pick it up for a month or two and see these things. I wish I could draw like that as well. Angela's saying I really must get back to my art. I haven't done much since lockdown.
I can't anymore because the hand tremor I seem to be managing with the beading.
Yeah.
But certain things I can't do as well. I'm not too bad with the Zentangle, but my drawing like that I can't seem to do anymore, or not as well.
I think, but this is the thing. You move on.
Any of you with kids recognise him?
That's so good.
That's Basil the Great Mouse Detective from the Disney film.
Oh,
I used to draw stuff for the kids.
Debbie saying absolutely amazing. A morning stunning pieces, Jolie. I have loved seeing your pieces. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Now, you in the community, if you are interested, and we need you. We need people to come on and show your makes off. Now, it doesn't have to be it can be basic stuff what you're making. It can be you just started, because don't forget, somebody else is going to be in the same shoes. Somebody else is going to be the same like you. But each one of us will have our own little takes on it, and we love to see you and love to hear from you. So if you are interested, I am looking for guests to come on Sundays, and then please just message me either to Kitty Robinson Designs or to Totallybeads, and just seeing such a great live. I love Community Sunday. Thank you so much, Lorna. You are amazing, love. Yes, thank you so much. You are amazing as well. So please come on and come forward and just say that, I would like to come on. And I don't bite, Lorna. Do I? I don't bite at all. I really just sort of
very patient.
Explained everything, and we went through it, and it looks great, and it's all about you, and all about your community, and just like, you know, just show us what you made or what you're interested in. And as like, you know, as I said, we all into all sorts of different crafts. You can show off all sorts of different things as well. Thank you, Lorna. Your makes are fantastic. Well done, Lorna. Lovely pieces, so talented. So Lorna is usually do post a lot of stuff in the handmade group as well. So if you're not a part of the handmade group, do join that one as well. And you can get in contact with her as well there as well. Lorna also is one of our members of the Bead Club, which we run separately from the Facebook Lives. The Bead Club is run through Zoom classes, which is really good and really fun to do. You're in a Thursday night group, my lovely, aren't you?
Yeah.
And it's just
that's great. It's just great.
Because like you can, like if you get stuck, you can hold it up to the camera and we can help you. And I feel like the Bead Club become a little bit of a smaller little community within our community, because like you all there every single week and you get to know each other. Oh, everybody's saying thank you, and fabulous, thank you, fantastic jewelry, Lorna, thank you so much. I think thank you so much for coming on. It's been great that the showing off your makes, and I myself can't believe that how much you made this year. Lucy's asking, is it 7 p.m. yet? I'm getting resin with drawers. Yes, so tonight I'm going to go off and show the pieces we poured yesterday on my page, which is Kitty Robinson Designs. Now, I did look at them last night and I was panicking because I thought, oh, they're not curing. What did I do wrong? And I got Sarah on the phone quite late, it was, bless her, and we looked at it, and then I looked at the bottle as well. I'm just looking over there because they are there. Like yesterday I was standing next to them, I was like, if I stand here and watch it, will it cure quicker? But it didn't. So the resin I got is a heat resistant resin, which is cure really, really slowly to get the properties of heat resistance. So we're going to look at it tonight, but I'm not sure if we should take it out of the mold because it's still sort of movable. It's not fluid anymore, but it's still sort of moving. So at the moment, I guess it's like Play-Doh sort of. So it's still squishy, but it's not completely hard yet. So we'll see that tonight. Definitely, I'll be on our 7 p.m. and we'll show you off. We will have a look at them. Donna is saying thank you, Lorna. Beautiful pieces. Everybody's saying thank you. Lindsay's saying thank you, Lorna, for coming. See you on Thursday night. So Lindsay is in a Bead Club as well. Thank you, Lorna. Thank you, clever lady. Oh, such a make. Right, everybody, and Lorna, thank you so much. It have been so nice. I can't believe it's like 20 past 11. Again, time flies when you have fun, don't you?
That's my fault.
No. There's no fault here as well. I would stay here all morning. I just love to see what people making, and I love what cleverness coming out that you're showing and taking a piece and turning it into something different. And it's all about what if I do this and what if I do that. I'm just going to throw some of the other comments up there for you. Everybody's saying thank you. It has been really, really great. Right, everybody, so I'll be on tonight. Still needs longer for the resin to set. Yes, Victoria, that's absolutely right. We will have a look at it tonight. We have a little prod of it and see what stage that is in. Otherwise, Sarah's going to be with you tomorrow at 10 a.m. on Totallybeads. I'll be back on Tuesday, and I'll be back on 7 days. So we are here 10 a.m. every morning on Totallybeads, bringing you all sorts of different bits and pieces. Everybody's saying so amazing creation. You're so talented, Lorna. We agree. You are so talented, my lovely.
Well, thank you for all your kind words.
Thank you so much for coming on. Right, everybody, I'll see you on tonight on my page, Kitty Robinson Designs, or I see you here on Tuesday. Sarah's going to be with you tomorrow. Thank you, Lorna. Thank you for coming on. And I say bye, everybody. Bye.